Breaking news, President Trump is rolling out a $12 billion bailout for farmers. That's right, when the price of soybeans cratered because China stopped buying, the government reaches into your wallet to cover the mess. And now watch the hypocrisy unfold. The same political crew that screams socialism whenever poor folks get food stamps or rent help are suddenly cheering when the government writes a multi-million-dollar blank check to billion-dollar agribusinesses. Let's call this what it is. Corporate socialism. Socialist bailouts for Trump administration favorites while ordinary people have to wait in bread lines because they couldn't find money for SNAP just a few weeks ago and Trump's lackeys actually sued to stop paying for, food for 40 million Americans. Farmers backing Trump voted for tariffs. Tariffs tanked their export markets. Now taxpayers, including renters, service workers, and low-income families are paying the tab. The folks conservatives love to shame as freeloaders. If you think that's just helping farmers, ask yourself, when did bailout checks become the exclusive property of those who voted for this policy bullshit? Here's the cold hard truth. The only kind of socialism this administration hates is the kind that helps poor people. The socialism they love? Billions in corporate checks massed as support for the backbone of America. If you're fine with that one standard for them, another standard for you hypocrisy, you know what's already coming. If not, maybe it's time to downgrade the corporate bailout from patriotism back to what it really is. Flat-out theft from people who can't hire a lobbyist.
President Trump just unveiled a massive $12 billion farm aid package, aka a government handout for farmers hurt by his own trade war with China. He says the money comes from his tariffs, which is fun as a consumer and taxpayer because instead of paying 0 times, now we're paying twice. For Trump voters like Randall Shelby, an Arkansas soybean farmer, the handout is too little too late. He's nearly bankrupt and calls the package a slap in the face. Our bills are past due and due now, all due to their actions. Well, don't forget about your actions too, Randall. You played a big part in this. It's honestly stupid how conservatives say student loan forgiveness is bad until it's a $12 billion handout for your own voters. Or Argentina. His first trade war led to a $28 billion farmer handout. Some, like Iowa farmer Court Holub, stood with Trump and called it Christmas early. I thought conservatives hated handouts. Guess it's different when you're the one holding out your hand, huh? But farmer Jeff Winton sees it clearly. He says struggling farmers show Stockholm Syndrome. They're grateful for relief from the guy who caused the problem. These Trump-supporting farmers cry about handouts, then line up for a government check when the guy that they voted in's policies backfire.
How is Trump president and don't understand how tariffs works? He's the president, right? So therefore he should know how the tariffs work. He announced yesterday during his roundtable that he is putting together a $12 billion bailout package for the farmers, brought in by billions of dollars from tariffs, which that is a complete lie, because I do not for 1 second believe that the U.S. has brought in billions of dollars from tariffs. Once again, they are being bailed out by the U.S. taxpayers' dollars. Who does he think believe this stuff? A problem that he caused with these trade wars, once again, is falling on the laps of American citizens. But he's too dumb and don't understand how tariffs work.
So the Trump administration is now proposing a $12 billion aid package to American farmers. Yeah, the same farmers that voted for this, the same farmers that went bankrupt under this man in 2018, the same farmers that have struggled under every Republican administration since Ronald Reagan. Yeah, that whole thing, Farm Aid, had to come about because of Ronald Reagan. The entire state of Arkansas has voted red, and they can't sell a singular crop for less than a negative $100 loss per acre. And I swear to God, if one single Democrat votes for this aid package for Republican farmers, I'm done. Because you guys will never bail out regular people to this extent. You don't care about the mom working 3 jobs just trying to survive and put food on the table. You don't care about the disabled, the sick, the elderly. But you care about the farmers who have been living off government subsidies their entire lives and yet voted against their own best interest. Let them live with their vote. All I get told is elections have consequences. Yeah, unless you're a Republican, because Republicans will do everything to help Republicans, and then centrist Democrats will do anything they can to help Republicans. Make sure you are calling your representatives and your state senators to say no. No bailout of any Republican.
I will read out with my device here. Now, this particular topic is a very great concern to a lot of people out there, both the residents and the indigenous of the US. If tariffs are supposed to protect American farmers, why does the government also need to give farmers billions of dollars in aid? The question here is, Trump says that 12 billion bailout plan for farmers will come from tariff revenue. How possible is that? That is the question everyone is asking right now. Then this is one important clarification that people should know. The 12 billion package was announced by Trump administration in December 2025, not today. The USDA described it as a one-time bridge payment for farmers affected by market disruptions. About 11 billion was directed towards raw crop farmers, with another 1 billion for other agricultural support. Now, America puts a tax on certain goods coming into the country. For example, if an American company imports a product from China, the US government charges a tariff on that imported product. Now, this is Trump's argument. We are collecting hundreds of billions of dollars through tariffs. So let's make some of that money and use it to help American farmers. How possible is that, guys? That is the reason you guys are seeing some people's reaction towards that. Like, the question is, how possible is that? Is it even possible? Just keep watching, guys. I'll come back with my commentaries later.
The funniest thing for me about MAGA is how they will believe Donald Trump no matter how much he continuously lies to the nation. The $12 billion bailout that he's giving farmers is coming from the tariff revenue, tariff dividends. Doesn't that sound familiar?
I'm delighted to announce this afternoon that the United States will be taking a small portion of the hundreds of billions of dollars we receive in tariffs. We are making a lot of money from countries that took advantage of us. A small portion of that, and we're going to be giving and providing it to the farmers in economic assistance, and we love our farmers. And
so now I guess we like socialism as long as there are farmers who are white?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
So in addition to finding $12 billion that he's going to give farmers, that's non-existent, he's paying them from the tariff dividends, which is the exact reason that the farms are failing because no one's buying the products because of the tariffs. Lo and behold, that $2,000 check that you guys thought you were getting from tariffs, remember that?
next year is projected to be the largest tax refund season ever, and we're going to be giving back refunds out of the tariffs because we've taken in literally trillions of dollars. We're going to be making a dividend to the people, and additionally, we're going to be able to reduce debt.
Or what about the $10,000 check that he's giving the FAA employees that they all haven't gotten after they did the whole charade?
This is the interesting part that people are not seeing. Who actually pays the tariff? This is where the debate gets interesting. The tariff is collected by the US government from US importers. When goods enter into the country, the foreign company does not simply send a 12 billion check to the American government. So for example, China sells a product to an American company, American importers pay the tariff to the US government receives the revenue, the tariff revenue, government uses some of that revenue to help American farmers. That is just the logic here, if you are getting it. Economists, therefore, are arguing that China is paying for the farmers' bailout. That is what the economists are saying. This is probably most important part of your analysis. American farmers sell agricultural products to the rest of the world. China, for example, is a major buyer of agricultural products, especially soybeans.
I'm a $10,000 bonus.
Where's that money coming from?
I don't know. I'll get it from someplace. I always get the money from someplace regardless. It doesn't matter. I do a lot of bonuses for people because it's
that he said he didn't know where he was finding the money from. Or what about the $5,000 Doge check?
There's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the Doge savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt because the numbers are incredible.
Donald Trump gave everyone a stimulus check during COVID, and that wasn't even Donald Trump, that was Congress, and you guys think now he's just going to keep giving you checks. According to Trump now, we are all promised almost $20,000. That's never happening. and you guys continuously believe this man. At this point, it's on you. Like, I don't even feel bad because you guys are willingly believing a grifter, a liar, and a scammer. What do they say about people from Queens, from New York? Queens get the money. dollar bills, y'all. Because he's a scammer.
If tariffs are supposed to strengthen American agriculture, why does the government have to use tariff revenue to compensate farmers for damage associated with trade conflict? Is anybody asking such question? Trump's argument is this: tariff bring revenue into the United States, protect American industry, and give the government money that can be used to support Americans. If tariff contributes to higher costs or provoke retaliation that hurts American exporters, the government may first create economic pressure, then use taxpayer-funded or tariff-generated revenue to caution the people affected. That creates a legitimate debate about whether the policy is ultimately helping farmers or simply compensating them for some of the consequences of the trade war. What do you think, guys? I would really love to hear from you all. Special credit to all the original owners of the video used in the creation of this video. It's solely for analysis and for educational purposes. Do want to like this video, do want to share to your friends and loved ones, do want to tell us what you think in the comment section, because we would really love to hear from you all. This is actually a very dicey topic and a very delicate one per se. And another example here that I have for you all is, imagine and America sells $100 million worth of soybeans to China. China responds to US tariff by putting a heavy tariff on American soybeans. China buyers now say American soybeans are too expensive. We will buy soybeans from Brazil instead. American farmers lose customers. The US government then says we are going to give affected farmers financial assistance. Does it make sense? Please tell us what you think in the comment section. This is Dor-Dor Global News, your one-stop for anything US ageist. Do want to like, share, and comment, and see you all in our next video. Till then, bye.